اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وبارك وسلم تسليما كثيرا كثيرا. We are going to have a rendition of some qasaid, some nasheeds, some Islamic songs by the young brother who is very passionate about his love for Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa ala alihi wa sallam. I call upon Mikhael Mala to please come forward and give us your rendition of the nasheeds. Mikhael Mala.
في ليلة من الليالي لست أدري ما تراني ظلمة تغرمني يا رب. الأرض ضاقت والسماء وقلبي ما رب الضياء والدمع بات يبكي يا إلهي يا إلهي يا إلهي يا إلهي. سيت والذنب كبير وإني في حزني عسير مقيد بذنبي يا رب. فحال يستحق يا إلهي عفو مجرما مقر بالذنوب يا إلهي يا إلهي يا إلهي يا إلهي يا أنت الذي خلقتني رحمتني ورزقتني دوما يا ربي قد كنت معي. لكنني نعيت أن نسيت ما قد كان لك وسرت في طريقي يا إلهي 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 يا सरबराज़ बादे नु सरबराज़ बादे मालो सर में ते कुर्बान दे वावा सुमरा खाइस्ता नबी सुल्तान दे मरहबा कितना हसी मेरा नबी सुल्तान है। मेरा घर औलाद जान मेरा घर औलाद जान महबूब पर कुर्बान मरहबा कितना हसी मेरा नबी सुल्तान है। मुरबी भी स्तन पे से योश पे गर्जे देला पाक रसूल मुस्के शलो सन्नु जले देला प्रक्षो यार राशो बीबी प्रक्षो यार राशो बीबी वैन दास मादे वावा सुमरा खाइस्तान नबी सुल्तान दे मरहबा कितना हसी मेरा नबी सुल्तान है। अम्मा आयशा की हाथ से चपटी सुई खो गई, आयशा की हाथ से चपटी सुई खो गई। चेहरा महबूब है, चेहरा महबूब है या सूरजों की कान है। वाह वाह सुमरा खाइस्तान नबी सुल्तान दे मरहबा कितना हसी मेरा नबी सुल्तान है। और खजूचे यूसुफ उलीदा गुतेक्रे कलामा दाकैली दलवे सरवरे आलामा उंगलियां काटी जिन्होंने हुस्न यूसुफ देख लेती आंख से मेरे नबी को वो अगर पैर लेती दिल पे चुरिया, पैर लेती दिल पे चुरिया ये मेरा ईमान है। वाह वाह सुमरा खाइस्तान नबी सुल्तान दे मरहबा कितना हसी मेरा नबी सुल्तान है। मरहबा कितना हसी मेरा नबी सुल्तान है। ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह अल्लाह अल्लाह मुहम्मद रसूल अल्लाह या मौलाना। ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह अल्लाह अल्लाह मुहम्मद रसूल अल्लाह या मौलाना। इन्ना फिल जन्नति नहरान मिन लबान, इन्ना फिल जन्नति नहरान मिन लबान लिअलिय्यिन व हुसैन व हसन, लिअलिय्यिन व हुसैन व हसन। ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह अल्लाह अल्लाह मुहम्मद रसूल अल्लाह या मौलाना। ला इलाहा अल्लाह अल्लाह मुहम्मद रसूल अल्लाह या मौलाना। हुब्ब अहलिल बैति फर्दुन इंदना, हुब्ब अहलिल बैति फर्दुन इंदना व बिहादल हुब्ब ला नख्शल मिहान, व बिहादल हुब्ब ला नख्शल मिहान। ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह अल्लाह अल्लाह मुहम्मद रसूल अल्लाह या मौलाना।
MashaAllah. Allahu Akbar. Jazakumullah Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. We can confidently say that he has mesmerized our souls with the beautiful nasheeds that he's presented. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enable him to keep on singing in the praise of Allah and His beloved sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and indeed enjoin him in Jannah, as he said, Inna fil jannati nahrun min laban li aliyin wa Husainin wa Hassan, that in Jannah there flows a river made of milk which belongs to our master Ali, Hussein and Hassan. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enjoined you with those people who you sing about, inshallah. I now call upon a well-known scholar of the deen who has an Egyptian background and an American background, and someone whose words will, inshallah, penetrate mercy into our hearts through the traditions of the prophetic biography. I call upon Shaykh Walid Mas'ud.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. وأفضل الصلاة وأتم التسليم على سيدنا ومولانا وحبيبنا وقرة أعيننا سيدنا محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه وأزواجه وذرياته ومن اهتدى بهديه ليوم الدين تركنا عن محجة البيضاء ليلها كنهارها لا يزيغ عنها إلا هالك ثم أما بعد. All praise is due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Lord and Sovereign of all the worlds. I beseech and implore Him to forgive our sins and to offer His manifest blessings and salutations upon His last and final Prophet, our Master Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and on His kin, His companions, His family, and all those who follow His guidance to the last day. He has left for us a clear, pristine path. Its day is as its night in clarity, and all of those who diverge from it will find nothing but destruction. As to what proceeds. So I feel very honored to be here amongst you all today in Nottingham, and especially to be amongst the beautiful association of ulama and awliya and scholars that we have seated before you here today. While I can clearly say I'm not one of them, I hope to say that I am a muhib, or a lover of all of them. And as the poet said, if you cannot be or have the character traits of those people that you love, then at least try to emulate them. At least try to be in their presence. And I think that's the minimum that we can all ask for. And so the topic of this lovely gathering, of this conference, Rahmatan lil Alameen, that the Prophet ﷺ was a mercy to all the worlds. And Sayyid al-Habib, he asked me while we were sitting down if the word mercy actually conveys truthfully the meaning of rahmah in Arabic. So I paused for a second and I said, I don't think entirely. I think maybe 60%, 70%, something like that. Because if you look at the origin of the word rahmah, from rahim, right, which is the womb of the mother, right? Because you have, in Arabic language, you have what's called haqiqa and majaz, or you have ma wudi'a, asl al-wada', right? What's originally the meaning of the word, and most of the time the original meaning of the words goes back to something physical. So the word rahmah comes from rahim, comes from the womb of the mother. And so the connection between the womb and mercy is that all of us, throughout our whole lives, from the day that we are born and to the day we will die, we will never find that complete, at least in the life of the dunya, that complete manifestation of compassion, of mercy, of munificence, of beauty, of complete ri'aya, complete being taken care of, except the life that we found in the womb. Because all your needs were taken care of, right? You ate, you slept, even if you had to relieve yourself, it was all taken care of for those 9 months or so that you're existing within the womb. And so that's a complete, at least in the dunyawi sense, manifestation of mercy. And I say in the dunyawi sense because we know from the ahadith al-sahiha, from the true hadith, or the sahih hadith, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has reserved 1 part from 100 of mercy for this life, and then 99 parts of 100, or 99% for the next life, right? And even that's not really a fair comparison. It's an approximation, because one cannot estimate, one cannot compare the mercy of the next life with the mercy of this life. And so there are many ways you can speak about the rahmah of the Prophet ﷺ. And as the esteemed speaker before us said, the Prophet ﷺ said, إِنَّمَا أَنَا رَحْمَةٌ مُهْدَاةٌ, I am a gift of mercy to everyone, right? And رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ, right? وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَاكَ إِلَّا رَحْمَةً لِلْعَالَمِينَ. We have not sent you except as a mercy to al-alameen, to the universe, to all the worlds. So let's think, what's alameen, right? Because alameen means not just human beings, it means inanimate objects, it means the solar system, it means plants, it means animals, it means everything. And there are many different examples we can point out to how the Prophet ﷺ manifested this mercy in all of those different aspects. But the one I want to talk about tonight, or this afternoon, is I think one that we don't see referred to often. And that's, how was the mercy, how was the compassion, how was the rahmah of the Prophet ﷺ for his enemies, or for those people he didn't get along with, right? People who are disagreeable to him. Because it's pretty easy. I once had a teacher who said to me, you know, I sort of complained. I had just moved back to the States, and I was in the Middle East for quite some time. And I said, you know, the people and their akhlaq, and it's difficult. And so he said, you want to be a Sufi in the mountain and be away from everybody? That's easy, right? We want to go retire to somewhere far away where nobody sees you and you don't see them? That's pretty easy, right? You're not dealing with people. There's no interaction. You don't have to take their disagreeable behavior towards you. You don't give your disagreeable behavior towards them. So it becomes an easy endeavor. He said, you want to be a true Sufi, right? You want to be a true, you want to embody that notion of al-Rahmah al-Muhammadiyya, then be that amongst the people. وَأَنْتَ تُخَالَةِ النَّاسِ, right? When you're amongst the people, show that mercy. That's going to show if you're sadiq, right? If you're honest, if you're sincere, or you're not. Because let's be honest with ourselves. It's quite easy to come to a beautiful gathering like this, and you know, we have our nice clothing and turbans and sunnah wear and stuff, and the sandal of the Prophet ﷺ, and that's nice, that's beautiful, and that's all very good. And it's easy to be quite courteous and let people go in front of you, and the meanings of ithar, right, which is the meaning of preferring one over the other and things of the dunya, it's pretty easy to implement. But what happens tonight when we all leave at 7 o'clock or 6:30 or whatever it is, and we all get on our cars or get in the train to go home and so forth, and we're dealing with people who weren't wearing the jilbab and the kufi and the turban with us. And maybe they had just come from the bar, right? And maybe they don't smell too good. And maybe they say something to you. Maybe they disparage what you're wearing or the way you look like. Or maybe they tell you go back home. And you say to yourself, I am home. How are we then? Where is the manifestation of mercy, of rahmah in that instance, right? Do we feel that this is a time that we don't have to be merciful? That we should be aziz, mu'izz, izzah? Is this a time where we should be strong with the kuffar, right? Strong with the non-believers because, you know, I have to show them the strength and dignity of Islam. They can't speak to me in that way. They can't treat me in this particular fashion without me showing them. But what does the Quran say about that? What does the Quran say when there's a sayyi'ah, right? A bad action coming towards us? What does the Quran say? It says, وَلَا تَسْتَوِي الْحَسَنَةُ وَلَا السَّيِّئَةُ ادفع بالتي هي أحسن فإذا الذي بينك وبينه عداوة كأنه ولي حميم وما يلقاها إلا الذين صدقوا وما يلقاها إلا ذو حظ عظيم. صدق الله العظيم. The hasana and the sayyi'ah are not the same. لا تستوي. They're not equal. Right? In hasana and sayyi'ah in this regards is a good mannerism, a good action versus a bad one. ادفع بالتي هي أحسن. Right? And here's a little surah, a little mashhad of the a'jaz of the Quran, of the inimitability of the Quran. Because when we think of the word idfa in Arabic, to repel, right? Because it means repel. When you think of the word repel in English, it means to push something disagreeable away with force, right? I was repelled by his behavior. You repel me, right? I'm displeased. I'm not liking how you're treating me, so I repel you, I push you away. So there's an indication of disagreement and even of unf, right? Of using force. But here in the Quranic language, it says, idfa, you want to repel السيئة. How do you repel it? بالسيئة. هل تدفع السيئة بالسيئة? Do you repel something bad with something bad or worse? لا. The Quran says, idfa بالتي هي أحسن. Repel with that which is best, which is beautiful, right? الحسن, الإحسان. These are meanings of beauty. These are meanings of jamal. حتى في هذا الموقف, right? Even in that particular circumstance, ادفع بالتي هي أحسن. فإذا الذي بينك وبينه عداوة. So then if there is something between you and that other person, the other party that you're repelled by, that you're displeased with, عداوة. عداوة means enmity, right? It means we have some problem. We're not brothers in the Sufi tariqah, right? There's عداوة. There's something not right with us. We're not happy with each other. We're not friends. There is عداوة. There's an enmity. There's a rancor. There's a disagreeableness between us. فإذا الذي بينك وبينه عداوة. And here, even the way it's phrased, he didn't say فإذا عدوك. He didn't say your enemy. It says بينك وبينه عداوة. There is in between you something. So it indicates sort of like the situation is temporary. It's not a permanent situation. He's not your enemy for life. She's not your enemy for life. But حصل شيء بينكم. Something came up between you two. Call it عداوة. Call it, some disagreement. So if that's the state, and that's the way, it's a temporary state, it's not a permanent thing. فإذا الذي بينك وبين عدو فكأنه ولي حميم. So if you ادفع بالتي هي أحسن. So if you repel with that which is best, with that which is morally excellent, with that which is virtuous, then what will you find? You will find that person who had عداوة between you and him, كأنه ولي حميم. Then he becomes not adu, he becomes what? الولي الحميم. Right? It doesn't even say صديق. Doesn't say إزالة عداوة. Doesn't say removal of عداوة only, or a mere friend, or صاحب. لا. ولي حميم. What's الولي الحميم? The closest of friends. Right? He's your innermost confidant. He's become your best friend. Right? حميم, يعني there's a warmth, a genuine warmth between you and that person where the عداوة was from before. How do you go about doing that? The Quran says, ادفع بالتي هي أحسن. So repel by husn, by ihsan, by virtuous character, by moral excellence. And nowhere can you find this meaning manifested more than in the seerah of the Prophet ﷺ. You find it in the seerah of the Prophet ﷺ. You want to know how to idfa' billati hiya ahsan? How do you repel with something that is better? Look to the seerah of the Prophet ﷺ. We all know quite well when we memorize how the Prophet ﷺ dealt with his Sahaba, the senior companions, those who were closest to him, those who were beloved to him and those that he loved. But what were his mawaqif? What was his situation for those who were disagreeable with him? His enemies, those who fought him. How did he treat them? Right? He treated them even with ihsan. One of his strongest enemies, well, I'm going to take a few examples. One of his strongest enemies, Abu Sufyan, who later became Muslim. So we say, radiallahu anhu. But Abu Sufyan at the time, Ibn Harb, he was one of the staunchest enemies of the Prophet ﷺ. And he led the Meccans and the Quraysh against the Prophet ﷺ on numerous occasions. But when he was approaching Mecca, days before the conquest of Mecca, for Fatah Mecca, and Abu Sufyan had heard of the coming troops, the coming Muslim army from Al-Madinah, he went out and he greeted the Prophet ﷺ. How did the Prophet ﷺ treat him? Right? He treated him like the person he was amongst his people. And he even said, anyone who goes to the house of Abu Sufyan will find sanctity. No one will be harmed. Those who go to the house of Abu Sufyan. So he treated him with excellence. And even he couldn't accept Islam right away, Abu Sufyan. Right? Because when the Prophet ﷺ, he was asked, Abu Sufyan, about how do you feel now after seeing all of this? How do you feel about La ilaha illallah? He said, I believe that. How do you feel about Muhammad Rasulullah ﷺ? He said, Ma baqiya fi nafsi shay, aw kama qala. There's still something in me about that. But nevertheless, the Prophet ﷺ honored the man and treated him well. His wife, who is the wife of Abu Sufyan? Hind bint Utbah. What did she do? And we say, radiyallahu anha. Now, she was the one who organized for the assassination of the beloved Sayyidina Hamza, Sayyid al-Shuhada, radiyallahu anhu. And she is the one who hired al-Wahshi to take the spear and kill Sayyidina Hamza, radiyallahu anhu, during Uhud. And she is the one on the battlefield, split open his stomach, and she is the one who tore out his liver and ate a piece of it. Imagine someone did that to you. How would you be with them? Could you ever forgive them? Could you ever accept them, not as a Muslim, but as a human being again? Someone did that to a close family member of yours. But we're talking about what? Al-Rahmah al-Muhammadiyya, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So the Muhammadan mercy here manifested itself once again. And when she became Muslim, the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam treated her well and accepted her. These are for non-Muslims. How do we stand up against that? How do we compare to this criteria, this ma'yar of al-Rahmah al-Muhammadiyya? How are we with our fellow Muslims? Right? Maybe they don't come out to gatherings like this. Maybe they think the Mawlid is bid'ah. Maybe they think honoring the Prophet ﷺ in this manner, it's a type of bid'ah, or it's not right. Maybe they disparage my Shaykh or the people that I look up to. But are they going to be worse than Hind bint Utbah? Are they going to be worse than Abu Sufyan? Does the Quran, the verse that we just spoke about, does it say, accept the people you don't like? No, it says, idfa' billati hiya ahsan. فَإِذَا الَّذِي بَيْنَكَ وَبَيْنَهُ عَدَاوَةٌ كَأَنَّهُ وَلِيٌّ حَمِيمٌ. Al-ayah amma. It's a general ayah for all situations. Always idfa' billati hiya ahsan. So don't use your particular propensity to want to scream, to want to yell, to want to shout, to want to use your anger to overcome people, to twist people's arm, to say that I am fighting for haqq because they disparage fulan and fulan, or my shaykh, or my friend, and this for, and so forth. Even the Prophet ﷺ, I'll give you another situation. One time, Sayyidina Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, radiallahu anhu, there was a man there, and he was disparaging Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, saying bad things about him in the presence of the Prophet ﷺ. And the Prophet ﷺ didn't say anything, nor did the Siddiq radiallahu anhu for a while, till he said something back, the Siddiq radiallahu anhu. Then the Prophet ﷺ turned and walked away. So Abu Bakr as-Siddiq felt that he wasn't pleased with what he had done. So then he asked him, Ya Rasulullah, yani kayf? He said, I saw the angels responding back to that man,